Hello everyone, today we're gonna go for a walk and I'm gonna tell you about my 2022 snowboard season. I live up in Whistler, so we started things off with opening weekend, Whistler Blackcomb. It was a blast. We had good conditions start of the year. It was pretty much pow day after pow day and the momentum started to build quick. I'd set out to film one snowboard video and one podcast a week for the entire winter, and we just started hammering them out week after week, snowboard podcast. But all that video production started to catch up with me, and by the time the new year hit, I'd burnt myself out. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what caused this. I may have bit off more than I could chew at my current skill set. That's probably part of it. A lot of it was just getting in my own head about the quality of my videos and how well they were doing on YouTube. And so I decided to slow down with the video production and spend more time snowboarding. That's the reason I started these videos, is so that I can have a life where I can just snowboard as much as possible. So I was getting the wrong balance and it started to feel like it was taking away from my snowboarding. So then I kind of just went all in on board and that felt great. I was riding more and more and getting more comfortable. All my tricks were starting to come back and I was feeling right on the edge of some new ones. This year, I did my first cab 10. I've been thinking about that trick for so long, and finally I got to crack one off and the day went great. I started with doing a couple cab 9s and then I was feeling it. I just knew the 10 was there. First one I tried, I landed, and that was that. It honestly couldn't have gone any better. And that day I was feeling so good, I ended up cracking off a back 10 and a front 10. I was buzzing after that. And then me and my roommate got together and we bought a sled. So that just opened up the world of Whistler. I got to go to so many new zones, explore the place in a way I've never have before, and started this like cascade of so much learning. I didn't think that was gonna happen this year. I'd wanted a sled going into the fall, but couldn't make it happen. And then for this to work out midwinter and us to get to do it was like such a treat. And I was so grateful for that. And so honestly, I was having a blast, but my video production was dwindling. I only had maybe 2 uploads over January and February. I really didn't feel like I was fulfilling myself creatively and putting things out at a pace that I wanted to in order to improve and show up for the community that we have here. I just felt like I was absent and I didn't really like it. The bucket swung too far in the other direction and I needed to figure out how I wanted to fix it. And that didn't really happen overnight, that's for sure. Spent a lot of time just trying to really think about what I wanted and just trying to like kind of find myself in a super melodramatic way. And I ended up finding this course. It's called Creatornow. It was 6 weeks long, group of about 300 different creators sign up, and they get to learn from all the bigger creators on the platform about different editing techniques and storytelling and all that jazz. And so I enrolled. And what I didn't know going in was how beneficial the community of creators was going to be. We're all in the same boat of learning how to do this thing. And I think I've been so fortunate to have such a great community of snowboarders around me, and we can all talk about it, but I've never had like a great community of creators trying to do the same thing. So that was one of the big things I learned this year, that like community is really powerful. And so this support and just being in the course was really inspiring. And they have a 1 video a week game that they kind of run throughout the course. 1 long form, 1 short form video over the next 6 weeks. I didn't nail it, but I got 5 long form videos and 6 short form videos during that time. So I was pretty happy with myself. And although it wasn't always perfect, I think I was finding a better balance between my snowboarding and my filmmaking. I think as you get older, like there's just more things that go on in life as well, having to deal with more relationships and work and all that stuff. And I'm in like the luckiest situation out there, how much support I have with family and friends, and there just is more going on. It can be hard to balance following your dreams and getting all the snowboarding in and the fun and the work and all that jazz. So, and then it was spring. This is our first spring we've had in a couple years, and we were all so jazzed up to just make the most of it. And the weather was not there to make it easy. It was not the spring weather that we all know and love from years prior. It was cloudy, rainy, wet, pretty much until the last weekend of the season. But this really cemented something that I always known to be true in regards to, say, weather conditions, features, anything that's out of your control. And that's that it just is what it is. And you can judge it and say you like it or you don't like it, but it just is. And it's just kind of up to you to make the most of those situations and to have as much fun as you can given what you're given. That was really tested this spring, but I felt like I had a lot of opportunity there and had a lot of fun and still made the most of it. Like I just had so much fun this spring, but it was hard. You had to like get yourself out when the conditions weren't good and look to do different things on days where you'd hoping to go ride the big jumps, but it was 50K winds and snowing. You had to change it up and go ride a rail and do something else. So, and now as we get to the end of the season, I think if I look back and think about any of the things that sort of plagued me or did me a disservice was really focusing on the outcome of things and worrying that I'm not progressing fast enough, or that my videos aren't doing well enough. And all that stuff is just silly. It's just me in my head, just me being self-conscious and worrying about maybe what other people think or what I think about my own success. And to a lot of degrees, that lack of success just wasn't true. It's just me kind of using the wrong metrics. I got to meet a lot of you guys this season, and like the nice things that you guys would say to me were just like kind of mind-blowing. So grateful to have guys like you watching these videos and to say these kind of things, and really like inspire me to know that we're doing more than just getting a bunch of views here, where it's like we're building a strong community of like-minded snowboarders who love to do this and to share that with each other. And I think that's what's really special here. And then in regards to snowboarding too, like I think growth isn't always clear. It's not always linear, you know? Sometimes it's just 1% better every day to get you to that point. Like that cab 10 was years in the making of just getting a little bit better and a little bit better on my cab spins until one day I got to do it. And I think that's just the thing, it's just like growing and getting better and just having a lot of fun. I think if I look back on the things that did make my season go well and did help me improve, it was just like being a bit lighter and not thinking so much about it and just enjoying my time with the friends and just being focused on growing and having the best time I can. This video is definitely for you guys, not for the algorithm or anyone else. And I had a lot of fun. I'm very grateful to have the season that I had, and I'm looking forward to creating more throughout the summer. There's opportunity to go ride on the glacier, maybe even go to Australia. So that's it. See you in the next one.